I was a frail young girl with a creamy white complexion. My skin was as soft as fresh clay, all of my features molded flawlessly, smoothly, with no blemish to be found. My eyes were a glassy blue, sitting on top of an impeccably sculpted nose. Lips, an impossible shade of deep, deep scarlet, with each curve and dip so clean-cut. Tight, bouncy red curls framed my round face, not a strand of hair out of place. At the side of my hair was clipped a big blue silk bow. My crisp white tights were worn under a rosy pink leotard, and my black ballet slippers gleamed in the lights from above. I sat limply, slightly hunched over, motionless, expressionless at the side of the stage, waiting for my cue. The sounds of the audience slowly faded away as the theater lights shut off and the golden spotlight splayed across the wide stage in front of them. Behind the heavy red velvet curtain, it was as if somebody pressed mute on an otherwise chaotic scene. Costumes were being hemmed, props were flying, stagehands ran frantically, and the dancers were at the side doing a last-minute practice. I slumped in my corner, longing to be part of the action, but my limbs were as heavy as lead, and I could not lift my bent head, so from the sidelines, I could do nothing else but wait. The dancers took their places on the stage. A spotlight shone, laughter erupted from the audience, then gasps of fright, swirling fog, flickering lights, slow, sullen music. More applause and the curtain fell. I didn't know much more about that scene, but that was all I could experience from where I was sitting. 3 more scenes had passed before it was time for intermission. I listened to the scuffing of feet on the carpeted floor as the audience got up to stretch their legs. The actors exited the stage and walked right past me as they went to sit and cool off, with towels draped over their necks and refreshing drinks in their hands. They all talked and laughed amongst themselves. Nobody offered me a towel or a drink. As the second last scene was coming to an end, I felt myself being pulled and tugged on, but I could not respond or turn to see who it was. The lights dimmed. A hush fell over the crowd. It was the last scene of the play and was said to be the most special of them all because they would be using an extraordinary new prop. All of a sudden, a quiet melody seeped through the speakers, and I could feel it slowly lifting me up from my slouched position. With both feet on the ground, I stood and let the music carry me onto the stage. My heart soared as I twirled, dipped, leaped across the stage. My movements were light and effortless. I could have gone on dancing forever in that glorious, shimmering spotlight. Suddenly, the rest of the dancers joined me on the stage. The audience was clapping and cheering with all of their might. When I felt myself take a graceful, swooping bow, the audience got up from their seats and gave me a standing ovation. And then, I looked up. Up to see another, smaller curtain on a metal balcony slowly draw apart. The man behind it stood there with the proudest of smiles on his face, holding a control bar with wires attached. I looked at the wires and slowly followed them down, right down to me.